Hello and welcome back to Etruria on Farming Simulator 25. Speaking of 5, this is episode 5 of Etruria Week. I hope you are enjoying it. I know I certainly am enjoying creating what I'm doing on Etruria. It's just beautiful. Everything. Just look, look at the weeded fields. There's weed everywhere and it still looks amazing. But speaking of, we are going to get straight into the business by applying some lime to this field. It is desperate for it. So, let's fire up the new Fiat 160 and see how it goes. I have also noticed after recording the last episode that the tractor sound, this one in particular, is quite loud. So I've gone again and made a change on the audio side of things to hopefully make it so that my voice is easier to hear when I'm driving this tractor without having to scream into my microphone. But yeah, please do let me know. I'm slowly adjusting it to make it so that it can be heard at least. It is good to hear the kit, obviously, but to also be heard what I'm rambling on about. So, as you can see, our current pH level is 6, at least on the loam side of the field, and we need to hit 6.75. Now, I know it's different based on the area, but let's just start. Let's just crack on. Oh, that's so much wider, and lime is just flying out, so we are definitely going to need some more lime sooner than late. Wow, very soon. Crikey, I did not expect it to be that terrible. Oh my word. Well, we're basically out of lime already. Definitely underestimated that amount that we needed. Can we even get to the end of the bloody field? I don't think we can. Can we do a quick little sneaks here and see? No, we are fully out of lime. That's mental. Right, so there's two things that we need from the shop. One is we might as well bring this back up to the top. I can believe it because it's happened, but pH is perfect, so that's good. So that was 2,000 litres, and we didn't quite finish the field. We'll need at least another 2, 4, 8, 12. I don't know. We'll need. I'm gonna probably buy another 6 bags. I'm very surprised by that, but it is all good. What I think we'll do. So we'll just park this up here for now, in preparation for the next liming. So we'll just leave that there. It turns out we're going to be heading to the shop rather quickly. Now, I know I sold the RP. It wouldn't be able to hold 6 bags anyways, but I have found another mod. I believe it was Ed in the Discord that shared it in the mods channel. Much appreciated. So we are going to head down to the shop and get this vehicle, but we also need a different attachment for the front loader here so that we can actually load the bags into the spreader, which I'd like to get in the habit of doing. So first things first, I think, and we can load that on with the shoppy shop over there into the truck at least. So we'll go to, I believe it's a car. There it is. So we did have the RP, brilliant little bit of kit, but very small. We could maybe fit 2 bags of anything, like maybe 1 big pallet or 2 bags of something, but I think it would be better to have something a bit bigger, which is why I've got this. Now it works quite well. And I did give it a cheeky test before adding it in. However, and we can change this as well because it's not a shop. It's something different. There we go. That's good. Oh, is it not the... Yeah, that's fine. I'll show you when we do get it. So attaches, I imagine that's for a trailer. Do we need that straight away? No, we can look at upgrading that in the future. We really don't need it right now, so we'll just save our €700. Can we change the color though? Oh wow, we can do Fiat orange. Oh, that's very orange. Fiat brown. We can do a bit better than that. Fiat black. Oh, a New Holland blue. Oh, and here's the Landini. Well, it says Coon blue, but Yeah, what about this? Fiat Red. Well, that's nice. It's like yeah, let's do that. Wicked. Okay, so 7,000 euro. I think we got just over 5,000 from the Arpe, so that is fine, and it should hold a few bags as well. But right, let's nip straight to the shop from here. Honestly, it's not a bad little mod. A few qualms that I have with it is that, so when we go inside, it's not the most prestigious interior. The seats are actually quite nice, but and I mean, everything works as far as that goes, but it's very simple, which is fine. Simple is not bad. What is not great is that when you unfold it, because as you can see here, we have the option to unfold it. If we do that, it unfolds in a very funny way. Not exactly the way you'd want it to unfold. You would imagine that it would be the rear. So I imagine that, I think it's still in like an early stage of modding. So I'm not gonna get too critical of it, because it actually does look quite good, and it drives quite nice. We don't have that silly bounciness that we often get. At least, you know, you see it. There's a bit of play there with the, you know, the bouncing and that. It's not a rigid thing. So I'm quite pleased with it, and it's a Fiat. So yeah, it's going to work just fine. Now, how many bags can this thing hold? So I think we'll go straight down here to consumables, get our lime, and we'll probably start with 6. I think it can hold 6. We're going to need at least 6. So we'll buy those. So much for... Oh yeah, that should be perfect. We can probably fit more than 6, but do we want to? Right, we need to run over here to the shoppy shop. I don't know if we want to exactly. Right, as you can see at the top there, we have Courseplay. So I have added in Courseplay. Now, I have to remember how to actually use it. I don't know if we'll be using it straight away this episode, but I do have it. So at least that's something that people can stop commenting about, because I now have it. So I will give it a try. And I mean, I have used it in the past, but yeah, we'll give it a good go at least, just to see how it works for us. Look at that. Won't be able to do that with the Landini to get 4 bags. Oh yeah, before we leave as well, I do need to get the pallet forks for the Landini. Right, so if it can fit these bags in, then happy days, and it'll fit them just fine. And we can probably fit the pallet fork as well. Oh my word. Is that... Okay, good. That was the weight of the Merlot. I thought that was the weight of the bags. I was like, that's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, we'll get these ones loaded towards the back. And then surely there's a way that we can get the pallet fork loaded on as well. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, because we do have the bale spike, but we can't really use... Just get that sort of shifted over. There we go. Nice. Yeah, we could use bale spike, but no, I'd much rather use an actual pallet fork. And I know we only really have the one option for front loaders, which is fine. Nope. Where are we going? There we go. Right, we need... Right, that. It is a shame. There are better options, but I just don't have any other mods for this kind of thing, so we'll just have to buy that. Absolutely fine. Now, we should be able to load it with this. I don't know if this will work or not, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Oh, nope, not... I actually am kind of surprised that works, to be honest. Well, it hasn't worked yet, but actually it has. That's amazing. I'm very pleased that this is sort of working. And if we put it right at the back here, then when we get the Landini, or when we're back at the farm at least, we should be able to... nope. Oh, this is going to be a bit more difficult than I thought. Unless we can be very sneaky about it. Come on. Oh. Oh, look at that. Get in. Right, we'll push that in a bit better. There we go. Alright, don't get greedy with it. Right, I think we'll just leave this here because we're going to be using it more often than not over here. And yeah, when we get to the shop every time, at least we can see it in all its glory. In all its bright green glory. Right, we'll leave that there. Oh my word, that's not good. Oh, the tyres have gone. Joking. Right, okay, we should be fine. We will make our way to the farm. Is it going to work? It is. Good. What a resilient little Fiat. Right, we'll do this in a bit of a jump cut though, because it will take some time. This is a very heavy load, and I'm sure the pallet fork on the back doesn't help at all. Anyways, we'll see you at the farm in a moment. Right, we have made it to the farm. So I'm just going to park this up right here. There you go, see? Wheels have rectified themselves. We'll just get it all unstrapped and we will seek out the Landini and get that attachment swapped over. We really won't need the bale spike for a few months at least. So we'll just maybe for now just tuck it right here. Nope. Oh yes, I want to get chickens as well. That's something we're going to do. Right, once we get sort of some things sort of lined up with the farm, because as I say, now that we have, well, now that I would like to do, or have an idea of what I'd like to do as far as, you know, productions and all, I think we will get those chickens sorted straight away once we actually get these fields sorted as well. So we do have to get some things sorted straight away for this month because we are going to put in some winter crops. Right, we will start with loading as much of this lime as we can. I should be able to get 2 bags. I mean, should be able to. Come along now. Right. It might just be too bloody heavy for 2 anyways, yeah. Right, okay. Nope, that's fine. We don't want 2. Just want 1. Oh, even that's a bit of a stretch, that. The mighty Landini doing its thing. I mean, we'll fill it up as much as we can do. Oh, crikey. Right, might have to lower it. Might just make it a bit easier. Hello. There we are. Brilliant. Happy days. Okay, so we'll get that in. The first bag. And then we'll get the second, which will only fill about halfway. I did get the big variation of this as well. So this is the biggest possible size for this. But here's another thing to consider, is that at least like when we do in the pH, the lime does go quickly, but I don't think it needs to be at, like, it doesn't need as much every time. But I think it also depends on the crop as well. So I know it's soil dependent now, but when we do it the next time, I could be wrong, and it doesn't matter because we'll find out then. But no, we do not want to tip. Right, so this is going to be a bit of a job getting all this liming done because, well, because it requires a lot of lime. Right, we'll actually just put this like this so we can just reverse straight up to it the next time. We'll just shut the engine off for now, and we'll just see how far we get with this this time round. Yeah, as expected, it's going rapidly. Watch out, dear. Don't want to get limed, do ya? So, I mean, it's a good width, brilliant spread, to be honest, but it's shocking how quickly it's going. It's going a little bit slower here because of what's required. What's happened there? What's going on? We're slowing right down. Oh, right. I should probably raise that up. There we go. Wow, how much better is that? Okay, oh, I've definitely stopped it. Okay. I've missed that very small section in the corner there. I think. Yeah, I have done. It's alright. There we go. Come on. Yeah, this is a heavy bit of everything. I mean, between the lime and the weight on the front and the tractor itself, it's quite a heavy setup. Right, now we will start from here. Now, are we going to be able to finish the field? We won't. That's mental. Right, okay, we'll just get underneath. We'll fill up what we can before we load another bag in. And then we will do the other field as well. And we'll probably do it ourselves, just because it'll be that much easier to do ourselves. And then on this field is probably when we'll... Oh no. Ah, there we go. Can't be too near. Yeah, since we'll probably end up doing just one bag again anyways, we might as well just do it now, just to have it ready. Right, I've gotten myself in a bit of a funny spot now, the way that I've loaded these, so let's just get this shifted around. There we go. Looks like that's fine. That's actually lined up perfectly. Well, a bit too perfect. Thank you. Just the one will do for now. Now we are going to be going through this much and maybe more. I don't know yet, but as long as we get the lime in it, we know that it's going to help with the yield anyway. So that's the whole point, is to increase our yield overall for the crop. So it's a good thing that we're doing that. Come on. There we go. Oh, thinking about it. It's just a bit too high up. There we go. Nice, okay. And it should take the whole thing, so that'll be handy. We'll do this very quick, small section of the field, and then we can nip over to the big field, which will take even longer. Well, it depends on the crop as well. It depends on how much is actually in there, or, sorry, what it requires, I should say. So let's get into the Fiat again. Now, I'm really hoping that this other field goes much quicker. Right, I need to remember to raise that up every time. Now, can we get this in one go? It would be wicked if we could. Can we? No, we can't. See, it should go slower now that we've done a bit. I don't know. Something feels off about that. Maybe it just really is thirsty for lime. Could be. Could be that's the reason. But yeah, let's get into this field here. We'll go this way first, I reckon. Sorry, dear. Watch out. And you know what? We'll get this done in a cheeky time-lapse. Alright, there we go. Got the liming done, and I nearly didn't go back to the shop to get the rest. I was fully prepared to just leave that part as it was, but I just couldn't. I know I wouldn't have been able to deal with it had I not rectified that, so I'm glad that I did. And now I think I'm just going to tuck the... You know what, I'll put the spreader in here for now. Oh, we do have a cultivator. See, okay, now that's where I'm not too certain what the plan should be, because I feel as though as much as I want to use all the kit that was provided, so like this Dondi 800, I'm wondering like when the perfect... I feel like this is more set up for not precision farming, because again, so this episode's being recorded before I got full information on whether or not the fertilization is applied also to the crop, not just the soil, because it does depend on both, I think, but mostly the crop. I'm almost the soil itself, because the nitrogen levels are based on the soil type, right, as you can see. So what I think we'll do is, first things first is to cultivate. So that's going to be the plan here. First thing before that is I think we should probably get this kit moved out the way, and then we will get the Fiat all set up with the cultivator, and then we can at least cultivate this field on the left first and then go from there. Alright, we've got the kit sorted, put away, the Landini and the other Fiat, and we will get hooked up to the cultivator. So I think we'll deal with this first. And I think, as much as I want to use the Dondi and that attached fertilizer spreader, I think it will end up making more sense for us to just use the Eurospan fertilizer spreader that we've been using for lime instead. I think, and this cultivator. I think this combination will make much more sense, just based on the fact that we are using precision farming as well. Ideally, we will upgrade to a direct drill so that we don't have to, especially since the focus will be drilled in crops, so seeded crops that don't require a planter. I mean, we can look at soybeans and that in the future, but the primary focus is going to be grain crops that we can turn to flour and then eventually turn to bread or pasta. Pasta particularly would make most sense, especially once we get chickens going, so we'll have eggs from that, and then we can combine flour and eggs and make egg pasta. So many options that way, but yes, I think a direct seed drill will be a purchase that we make in the very near future. Whoops. What a strong fence we've got there. Yeah, so as I say, I do want to use as much of the kit that was provided as possible, and I think we've done that so far. Essentially everything but that subsoiler. Yeah, just not something that I think we'll end up using, but might hang on to it for the time being. I don't know what it's worth, so obviously it's going to lose value as time goes on. So the sooner the better, I reckon, to get that sold. But we will do at least this field with this cultivator and that drill that we have, which means we will have to head to the shop to get some seed later on. But I am definitely getting this field turned over. We might not get into the other field in this month, because we do obviously want to roll after we drill. And with the implements that we have, it is quite a slow process having the 3-meter cultivator and the 3-meter drill, but that is absolutely fine. And yes, I know I have course play, but I will do this field myself with all the jobs, and then maybe the other field we can look into getting it done with course play. But so far so good. I mean, it's always going to take a bit longer on the headland, especially with a smaller implement. I think this is 3 meter, is it not? Is it maybe 4.5, or is it 3? I think it's 4. Or I think it's 3. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll find out right now. I'm going to quit talking. 3 meter. Yeah. It's alright though. We are getting things done. And with this Fiat, a bit more power as well. I don't think we would have had a very nice time with the smaller Fiat, especially with this cultivator or the subsoiler, actually. But anyways, enough rambling. We will crack on with the time lapse. Alright, I think we're going to call it there for now. The reason is, as well, is like it's a long process with a 3-meter cultivator, without a doubt. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to park this up just here for now. Slow that down. What I'd like to do is at the beginning of the next episode, because we do have to go down to the shop to collect seed, what I'd like to do is try out courseplay, see how it works on the remainder of this field, and then when we go to the shop, at least it can kind of start the process, and then I'll have a better idea of how courseplay actually works, so that when I set it up on the other field, it'll be much simpler and it can do the whole field from start to finish. At least for this, we got a chance to use the kit. As I say, I wanted to at least give it that opportunity, and I believe I have done that. So very pleased about that. Also very pleased that we're actually digging into the field already. I'm very keen on getting this field done this month and the next one done in October. I know it'll be a month later as far as harvesting and all that, but that is absolutely fine, because at least it will be underway. And then we can look at leasing out a production. And I still want to buy chickens, but that's something we'll probably do in November once we've finished the other field, because that really is the priority at this time. And then once we've done that, then we can focus on buying chickens and looking into the realistic livestock mod and how it works a bit more as well. But for now, that is the end of this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and once again, I do hope you're enjoying the Etruria series. We are really grinding the small kit and everything to get to where we want to get, which, as I've said before, is inevitably one of the bigger farms. That would be amazing to eventually upgrade to that, but we are a ways away from that, but we are working towards it. Anyways, once again, if you've enjoyed it, cheeky thumbs up really helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Until the next one, though, please do take care, and bye for now.